Hi everyone, welcome to Raw Facts Official. Today's video is about one of the most powerful, revolutionary man, Che Guevara. So let's begin. Ernesto Guevara was born to Ernesto Guevara Lynch and Celia de la Serna y Loza on the 14th of June 1928, in Rosario, Argentina. Although the legal name on his birth certificate was Ernesto Guevara, his name sometimes appears with de la Serna and or Lynch accompanying it. He was the eldest of 5 children in an upper-class Argentine family of pre-independence immigrant Basque, Spanish Cantabrian, and Irish ancestry. Two of Guevara's notable 18th-century ancestors included Luis Maria Peralta, a prominent Spanish landowner in colonial California, and Patrick Lynch, who emigrated from Ireland to the Rio de la Plata governorate. Referring to Che's restless nature, his father declared, "The first thing to note is that in my son's veins flowed the blood of the Irish rebels." Early on in life, Ernestito, as he was then called, developed an affinity for the poor. Growing up in a family with leftist leanings, Guevara was introduced to a wide spectrum of political perspectives even as a boy. His father, a staunch supporter of Republicans from the Spanish Civil War, would host veterans from the conflict in the Guevara home. Despite numerous bouts of acute asthma that were to affect him throughout his life, he excelled as an athlete, enjoying swimming, football, golf, and shooting, while also becoming an untiring cyclist. He was an avid rugby union player, and played at fly half for Club Universitario de Buenos Aires. His rugby playing earned him the nickname, Fuser, a contraction of El Furibundo Furious, and his mother's surname, de la Serna, for his aggressive style of play. As he grew older, he developed an interest in the Latin American writers Horacio Quiroga, Ciro Alegría, Jorge Acaza, Rubén Darío, and Miguel Asturias. Many of these authors' ideas he catalogued in his own handwritten notebooks of concepts, definitions, and philosophies of influential intellectuals. These included composing analytical sketches of Buddha and Aristotle, along with examining Bertrand Russell on love and patriotism, Jack London on society, and Nietzsche on the idea of death. Sigmund Freud's ideas fascinated him as he quoted him on a variety of topics from dreams and libido to narcissism and the Oedipus complex. His favorite subjects in school included philosophy, mathematics, engineering, political science, sociology, history, and archaeology. A CIA biographical and personality report, dated the 13th of February 1958 and declassified decades later, made note of Guevara's range of academic interests and intellect, describing him as quite well-read, while adding that Che is fairly intellectual for a Latino. On the 15th of October in Havana, Fidel Castro publicly acknowledged that Guevara was dead and proclaimed 3 days of public mourning throughout Cuba. On the 18th of October, Castro addressed a crowd of 1 million mourners in Havana's Plaza de la Revolución and spoke about Guevara's character as a revolutionary. Fidel Castro closed his impassioned eulogy thus. In a mixed assessment, British historian Hugh Thomas opined that Guevara was a brave, sincere and determined man who was also obstinate, narrow, and dogmatic. At the end of his life, according to Thomas, he seems to have become convinced of the virtues of violence for its own sake, while his influence over Castro for good or evil grew after his death, as Fidel took up many of his views. Similarly, the Cuban-American sociologist Samuel Farber lauds Che Guevara as an honest and committed revolutionary, but also criticizes the fact that he never embraced socialism in its most democratic essence. Nevertheless, Guevara remains a national hero in Cuba. So that's all for today. Support real ones. Be blessed, take care.